Millions of Americans are going to take to the skies this Memorial Day weekend, even as there are some concerns about airline safety these days. Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan is going to speak exclusively with Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg this weekend. Margaret joining me now. What can we expect there?
That's right. There are millions of Americans hitting the road, hitting the skies, still spending when it comes to travel, despite any concerns about inflation. And we're going to talk to the Department of Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg about all of it, including how they are pressing airlines to really be able to process a high volume, perhaps another record volume number of passengers at a time when there's severe weather expected, particularly in the midsection of the country. He also will talk to us about why they have seen disruptions at airports. It's become hard for them to find air traffic controllers to hire. There's a shortage of them in this country. So we talk about that along with other safety issues, and you'll see that conversation Sunday.
All right, looking forward to that. Now, speaking of travel, border crossings continue to drop, but immigration is still a top campaign issue. It elicits a lot of emotions on both sides. What can we expect Sunday on that?
Well, nothing has changed in terms of actual law, but what we are seeing is that there's an unusual downturn in the number of crossings. In the warmer months, typically the numbers go up, but in April and in March, the numbers decreased. And we want to understand why. We're going to have that conversation with two lawmakers who focus on border issues in particular, and whether this is just the result of increased enforcement on the Mexican side of the border by their government, or whether some of the policy changes the Biden administration has made have actually had, the impact of reducing the number of people trying to come here. We also want to talk about why the president isn't speaking more about all of this. Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut will join us. He's one of the co-authors of that bipartisan border bill that failed a vote again this week. Tony Gonzalez, a border state Republican from an area that represents a lot of Border Patrol agents, will be here as well to share with us what he's seeing on the front lines.
All right, going to be very interesting. Thanks for that preview, Margaret. And be sure to watch Sunday morning, Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan on KPIX.
Hi, thanks so much for watching. To view more content like this, we've selected some videos that we think you'll enjoy. And don't forget to like or click that button here on the bottom left of your screen to subscribe.